Hello everybody, it's Bones here, back in the Alternative Energies lab. Got a couple things here to show you. I'm going to assemble the cell today and get it back in the bottle for testing. This was our old cap that we had. I just cannibalized it, got off what I could. Don't want to waste anything. No use in spending money we don't have. The autofill safety valve that we had on the top broke coming out, which I expected because we had it glued pretty well. Obviously the stainless steel bolts we collected and polished up, the wire wheel. Going to reuse the washers and everything. Safety valve, my relief valve broke coming out. It was only an inexpensive piece of plastic. Not really surprised, so we really didn't save too much off of it. We saved the barb, but I don't think I'm going to use that barb. That was only a 1/4 inch barb, and I think what I'm going to do is go up to a larger barb. I'm going to go up to 3/8 barb. See if I can work on volume. I think we're not working about pressure, we're working on volume, and maybe this will help. So that's why we experiment, right? Another change I made is Zero Fossil Fuel had a great idea with that, fill valve, the whole 9 yards. Let's see, our soon future goal is to have an autofill system. I'm already got it in production. I've got it testing out on 2 vehicles already. So I would have needed a way to introduce it into the cell, and I found that the best way to do it is through the top of the cell. I don't want to go through the side. Obviously I can't go into where the water is, so this is where I'm doing it. But to stay on Zero Fossil Fuel's idea, you probably can't see it on the camera, but well, I'm almost sure you can't, but you can almost see that little ridge right here. This is just a piece of vinyl hosing that I have pushed over the barb. There is a piece of plastic right here. There is a very thin sandwich bag right there, so causing the same effect that he had, and therefore giving me my second purpose. What else you can see different is our relief valve. This is a heavier duty relief valve. It's actually a CPVC valve off of a automobile. Lets air go one way, not the other. Again, its only purpose there is to prevent an implosion of the cell. The relief valve on the top is for an unfortunate explosion if we have it. So between the two of them, I believe we're pretty covered as far as safety wise. But what I did differently on the inside on this one here, I got to give this to my brother. I talked to my brother on the phone. He watches these videos for me to give me input. He's not afraid to tell me the truth, which I appreciate. Unlike some other users out there, you know, they're just going to tell you what you want to hear. But my brother Larry come up with a good idea. So Larry, this is for you. Don't get too excited, however. You know, just like Dad used to tell us, the sun shines on every dog's ass once in a while. But I will give you credit where credit's due. We put flat washers inside here to give us more of a base for our cell to sit on. Hopefully it'll prevent what happened in our old cell with it, you know, getting buried in there from overheating. Now I know I did that because I didn't have a good connection in the cell, but with the washers maybe I'll cover more of an area and I'll have less of a chance of that happening. And I moved the the wires in a little bit, the lugs in a little bit. I didn't have to cut out the outside of the cell. The reason my other ones were out as far as they were is I was thinking about putting wing nuts, but once I put the cell in the car, it doesn't need wing nuts. So there's not, I mean, I don't need to worry about that. Once it's bolted in, we got it bolted in, I don't want it to go anywhere. So what we had done is I went and put some marine goop underneath these washers and stuck it on there to help with my seal. That is my only problem. I don't actually have a problem sealing the outside of this unit when I put it together because I use Teflon tape. My problem is I always lose my gas through my darn lugs. So with this idea from Larry, it gives me a better platform for the top of our Stinger to go on. We'll run our bolts up through the screw, up through the holes, then onto our plates. Now don't that plate's not giving us any more of a contact as far as electrical. It's just to give me a more stable base. That's why that's there.